The Buckeye Ranch, I've always known about it. You hear the name in the community is so synonymous with Central Ohio. They had the program, but they were willing to listen to the community members who work within the Somali department. Our ideas are some things that have improved the program.
We offer therapeutic services, we offer parenting, educational service to the parent.
Cunuga dhanka iskuulka hadal ma maqlayne maalin walbaba dagaal rabsho iskuulka hadal ma maqlay wax ma maqlay marka dambe ani dhay cunugan ma karaayo waxa leedahay marka isbitaalka geey isbitaalka markan tagay doctorka u geey waxay dhaheen qolada dad caabiyo ayaa jira cunuga ma xanuunsanyo ilmanimo leh ku jirtaa oo waani buu baahan yahay marka waa jiraan qolo oo dad caabiyayaan oo Buckeye Ranch leedahay jiraan anaga ku soo dirayna ku soo wacayaan.
I didn't like school at that time. Like I didn't want to do nothing with school because all I seen was violence in my neighborhood.
So the Somali program has two key components. One is case management and counseling for clients' kids that have a diagnosis, and that's the intervention part. And then we have the outreach, advocacy, and education. That's the prevention part.
First, we get the case referral to us, and then we reach out to the parents, set a time that we can go ahead and do a home visit where we visit them. Go in the home, we tell them about our role in the community and our role in the Buckeye Ranch, what we do, and the reason we're there.
Cunuga waa laga caawiyay kow iskuulka ilaan hadal ma maqlayna ilaan hadda iskuulkiisa okay hadalkiisana ima soo gaaro marka qolada waxay igu caabisay cunuga informationkiisa caafimaadkiisa xaaladiisa igu caabiyaan intaasaan ugu mahadcelinaa.
4 years ago, Buckeye Ranch didn't come into my life. I would have probably dropped out.
We have to reach out to them multiple times in our language because they don't speak English.
Our language doesn't really translate well into these diagnoses. So somebody might see a provider and they're told you have depression, but then there is no translatable or interpreted way to make it understand. How likely are you to accept when someone tells you if you're not able to formulate in your mind what this really means?
When you go to the doctor, I can make an appointment for myself, for an eye doctor appointment, for a physical checkup, but they can't. So culture shock is big. And just, that's what we come in and we have to educate them and help them.
What happened was we were getting referrals from agencies or schools. Those referrals never materialized into treatments. We wanted to know why. A lot of times is that when the family is told so-and-so is dealing with these issues, they don't believe it because it's coming from somebody who is non-Somali.
There's a lot of fear when it comes to someone who have mental illness. Depression is very, common in our community, but it's considered taboo. There's a lot of stigma around it.
The biggest challenge is we often have families that don't really understand the chronicity of mental illness. They lose track of time. So they would say, oh, he's much better now, we're okay. So a lot of times it's just figuring with the families and making them understand a little bit on a deeper sense what is really going on.
Ani familka dhana lagu caabiyo been ma sheegay Buckeye Ranch-ga qofka lii soo diray asad ayaa ila shaqaynayay familka waxa familkayga soo kordhismo dhan way gu caawin jiray.
Here you have someone first-hand meeting with the family, educating the parents, meeting with the child, like myself, twice a week, taking them to get diagnosis and seeing what the issue is with them or what kind of mental health they would have.
Well, they say the counselor, but to me, I feel like it's a best friend. Like I got someone by my side. Like I could tell them anything, and I could trust them.
Ultimately, is either if they're having a relationship problems with the kid and there's a disconnect because of language barrier, culture barrier. So building that and fixing that relationship with the child and the mom.
So when we see kids that are struggling, it's usually the moms that are struggling with those kids' behavior. That has some cultural element to it, where parents, the dads, are usually the breadwinners. They're going out working, and then the home environment or affairs, mom is in charge. So when we talk to the agencies and the schools, we try to identify within that family dynamic how to bring dads into the kids' lives as well.
Well, we look at it as a holistic. We don't just go in there for that one child. We're observing around the house. We're observing who is in the home. It's very important that you build trust with the whole family. The goals gets to meet faster. Kids start to improve.
When we work with these agencies and schools and educate them on the best way to reduce that gap was integrate one of our staff to come to those meetings when you have families coming in. We're not there as interpreters, we're there as partners for both the school and the families. So when the family says no, we could take that conversation out of that school.
Because we built that trust. It didn't just come in one day. No, it was a hard work. It was a trust from the community and constantly being there and advocating for them in the schools especially.
haddaa qof oo walaal arko oo cunugiisana sidayda amalkii aan dhibka aniga soo maray oo kale yahayna waanina waxaan leeyahay qoladaasay turraadi Buckeye ranchiga raadi cunuga meesha geey waa lagu caawinaa way ku caawinayaan cunuga daawadiisa hadduu xanuunsan yahay iyo haddii kale way ku caawinayaan ani intaasaan dhihi lahaa.
I would recommend Buckeye Ranch to anyone, just not my friends, just not relatives, anyone that I know. Based off my perspective, what I went through and how it helped me, I would highly recommend anyone to come to Buckeye Ranch, at least give it a try.
Kids, they wanna think about the future because of what we put out, for them, and constantly educating them.
Before, I didn't have plans, I didn't have goals. I didn't really look at that until it hit me. So as soon as I went to Buckeye Ranch and I saw it started helping me out, then I realized, I looked into a mirror one day and I just realized that I need goals.
The biggest outreach we do is mouth to mouth in the community, where we work with one family, that family tells another 2 families, those 2 families spread the message around.
Buckeye ranchiga aniga ma ogayna mana kasayna isbitaalka ayaa ligu soo sheegay iyo gabdhaha oo saaxiiboogay ayaa ii soo sheegay.
It's based on what that mom would say about us if we can get the service to them.
We try to partner with as many providers within the community as we can. Some of the programs we partner with have a large population of Somalis that they serve. So we're not just looking for programs to help us, we're also trying to see how we can best serve that program as well. The other way we do towards the community itself, so we provide seminars, trainings with the mosque, community centers we partner with in order to get out into the community and help them understand mental illness.
We would have a table at the Somali events, July 1st, the Somali Independence Day. We would have a table from the Buckeye, Somali program and hand out toys, and people come up and we can tell them about our services and what we do.
In a non-confrontational way, in a more open and discussion way, we present facts, we present ideas, and try to the community members to give us feedback in order to tune our message.
Also inviting outsiders, not just Somali, but outsiders to come to our events so they can learn what our culture is and be educated and be culturally aware. Because of where I grew up and where I came from, people who are mentally ill don't have a voice. So I want to be that piece where I advocate for them. I have a big hope that we're gonna have a big impact in the community in the future and the next generation and the generation after, so more people are getting education.
Why do I do this? It's because I have been able to be given an opportunity to work with families that I know are going to have successful life, that I know I can contribute just a little bit to that story, just a little bit to their life stories. That is a privilege that when you have it, you're not going to look at what else could I do, but rather how am I able to help this family and the families that are going to depend on me.